Welcome, acolytes. I'm Graveseeker, and this is our reaction to Somali Is Done from Asmongold. And because I actually respect Asmongold as he is, maybe he's not the most entertaining guy in my eyes, but that doesn't mean that I don't respect him for the things he actually does, because he's a smart guy here. But Somali. For those who don't know who that is, that's an freaking total asshole that went around and really harassed, broke rules, everything in Japan. And I heard from a friend that he actually got imprisoned, but I don't think so. Because here I actually read this before starting, and it's not that he got in jail. Sadly, he got actually deported, and if it's only that, like this, you know. But as it is, I'm gonna start. And by the way, if you like my content, leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment, press the notification button. And by the way, I live stream. I don't have a really solid time when I live stream, but just check it out. Comes sometimes, and if I streamed, just look under the live tag and please look at it. Thank you, and let's start.
American kick streamer Johnny Somali has been formally charged with a crime in Japan. He will face criminal prosecution for forcible obstruction of business over his live streaming of nuisance behavior inside a beef bowl restaurant in Osaka. Until now, he's being detained by police. They're going to formally charge him with one of the two crimes that he was already arrested for. His first arrest was over illegal entry. And let's see here, another man was arrested with him and died without sufficient evidence. Let's see here. Okay, so here's what the charge comes with. We'll go ahead and take a look at this. Johnny Somali now faces criminal justice system with a 99% conviction rate.
Toast. Finally.
Ooh, man, like that's
Finally.
some bad odds, isn't it?
And by the way, 99 conviction rate. I mean, those who are in Japan, they know. They just know. You know.
Some really bad odds. Prosecutors rarely pursue charges unless they are of a certain conviction. The penalty for obstruction of business is imprisonment for up to 3 years and a fine of up to $3,000. Possible outcome of this case would be a suspended sentence, which would function like probation as Japanese citizen, but will result in deportation for a foreigner such as Johnny. And the Japanese authorities could then ban him from ever re-entering the country.
Yeah, that's that. Because I remember there was a different case with I think it was a young woman that stole a pencil or something like that, and she actually got in jail. That was, I mean, why didn't he get in jail for doing way worse? I don't know. But let's just wait. It's just, this.
I think that's really what they should do. As much as I'd like to see this guy sit in jail, I would want to see that from like a punishment perspective, because I think it would be funny. But this is wasting the Japanese people's money.
Yes, basically, yes, he talks out of my mind. I really should do that more often. But no, he's correct. It would be funny in German, but is he right? Is he correct? Would it be? Is it better from a? I mean, from a financial perspective, yes, he doesn't cost the Japanese people the money. He doesn't waste their time, and he just gets banned and kicked out. Yeah, I think this is I reasoned myself into it. Yeah, this is the more reasonable option, because jail would be funnier, but it also would be more expensive, and they had to keep him in the jail, so wouldn't be nice for him. But also on the other perspective, then maybe the American diplomacy system may get involved, and that's just a headache, maybe.
Just get him the fuck out of the country and have him never come back.
Yeah.
Just get the fuck out of here. You're done. That's it. If they put him in jail, though, I wouldn't mind that either. This person was like, he was willfully malicious. right?
Yep.
Like, this is
He
person,
was.
he went there to start trouble.
Yep.
He was trying to be obnoxious.
Yep.
He was trying to be a piece of shit.
Yep.
And that's bad. And I think
Yep.
that you can compare it. Remember that whenever that one basketball girl, Brittany Griner, got detained in Russia for a long period of time?
Yeah,
Well, I thought that was bullshit. Because she wasn't malicious. She wasn't really like, yeah, obviously you shouldn't break the laws, but don't expect me to respect the law about weed. Get the fuck out of here. Who cares? So, it just...
I want to say, while I am not, yes, because it was weed. I am sorry, I was totally. Was the pencil thing something else, or it was I don't remember correct. Because as it is like, I really don't think they should put her in jail for weed, but it's simply the law there, and they put her in jail for that. It is what it is. If you're in a different country, you respect the rules. It's simple as that. Yeah.
This wasn't fair. So with this, I think it's a lot more fair. She wasn't trying to hurt people in the country. She wasn't trying to actively probably evade the law. She probably didn't even know what they were. Which is like, yes, obviously that's not good. You should know what they are. You should respect the laws.
was
And
an
you should always
overreaction,
follow
I
the laws
agree.
in the country that you're in.
Yeah.
But don't expect me to like applaud whenever somebody gets put in jail for a weed pen. Get the fuck out of here. I'll
Nah,
take.
come on. A weed.
Or are people unhappy about this?
Ah.
What are you unhappy about?
A
Garbage
weed
take.
pen.
No, I disagree. What have I said? Respect the country you're traveling to? I think that it was a mistake to do that, and I think that she should have been deported. Absolutely. Yes. I think that it was over the line to keep her in jail. Does that make sense? I think they should have kicked her out immediately because she's breaking the laws.
Yeah, she was breaking the laws. Kick her out for that specific thing. It would be more or less a higher crime, or let's just say a real crime. Then yes, put her in jail. But come on, that's a bit overdone. Like, in my opinion, yes. But fair enough.
But they shouldn't have put her in jail. Like, of course, like, you can't just come to a country and break the laws and they say, oh, well, you didn't know. It's totally fine. No, of course there should be a punishment for it. But I don't think they should put her in jail. Yeah, trying to charge someone for 10 plus years for weed is insane. It's fucking insane, man.
Yep.
It's nuts. Like, I can't believe that people were okay with that. It's not a mistake. She went to the part of the world where they do things pretty wild. You have to show respect even if it's outrageous. Of course you have to show respect.
Yes.
But, guys, don't expect me to really give a shit about it, right? Like, there are a lot. Like, if I went to that country, I would not break their laws. If I went to Saudi Arabia, I would respect every law they have.
Correct.
And it's not because I'm afraid of getting hurt. I would do that in Germany as well.
You still can say it's bullshit, but you still have to respect it, because you're a guest nonetheless.
Because I am in a different place.
Yes.
But I just don't think that putting somebody in jail for that is fair. I don't think it's fucking fair. It's insane. Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
Yeah, and by the way, you can think that the laws in the country are the laws, but you can think that they are stupid, not agree with them, but still be okay because she broke the laws there, and it is what it is.
Deport them, get them the fuck out of the country. They weren't hurting anybody. They weren't trying to destroy the country. They weren't actively trying to do it on purpose. Just get them the fuck out, and that's it. I think that's extremely fair. And I think with this guy, it is a lot worse. The point is that it is a lot worse because he went to the country with the intention
on purpose
of causing trouble.
Yep.
With the intention of trying to harass the civilians and trying to harass the population.
And you know what? The worst thing is he wasted everyone's time. Every single person that he went there to harass, he just wasted their time and harassed them. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Honestly. Why are people watching this? Okay, irrelevant.
We're just mad because she said some anti-American stuff and they hate her. Yeah, I think she's stupid as fuck for what she said. But I don't think she should sit in jail, in a Russian jail for it, for 10 years for it. I think she's dumb as fuck. Absolutely.
Yeah,
He's also being super racist? Yeah, he was. These people have comprehension issues. You aren't saying that she shouldn't have gotten punished. You're saying she shouldn't have been in prison. Well, of course, they have comprehension issues because I said something that they disagree with. That's just how it is. But don't worry, guys. I'll keep saying it. The American soldier who got kicked out of North Korea, I believe it's the first time they did kick someone out without much problems. I don't know exactly what it is. But anyway, Yeah, I think that this guy, he did it maliciously. He did it on purpose. It was not an accident. It was repeated, and he knew it.
To make it short, his motivation was, I want to deal damage. He wants to big dick them. He wants to show that they can go apeshit. And no, the Japanese people are just way different.
What he was doing. Anything that happens to him, I think, is fair. Yeah. And I think if they do want to put him in jail, at least it will serve as an example.
Yeah, and would
the
be
law
funny.
is the law. Punishment for breaking something, you don't get to choose what the punishment is or not. Somali or NBA player. The law is the law. No, it's not. Because if the law was the law, we wouldn't have courts.
Correct.
The law is not always the law. That's not how anything works.
Correct.
That's why they have courts and they decide what your punishment is based on what you did.
Yes.
What do you mean the law is the law? Also, if the law is the law, that doesn't mean you have to respect the law. The law changes all the time. Violate the law, face the consequences.
The law
I guarantee
is just
you
a
lot
set
of
of
people
rules.
have probably broken the law. And if they had been punished, like, for example, like, how many of you guys have pirated music, right? There's a law against that. Would you want to be charged like $250,000 for that? Probably not, no. I think many people have probably broken the law or done something wrong or something like that.
Yeah, let's be honest here. Yes, probably not that I actually advocate for that or that I want to see it done, but everybody did it at some point. So, but it's most likely something small that nobody cares about. So, that's what it is.
It's easy to say that, oh, I've never done that, but I know everybody that I know, and I think they've all broken the law many times. So I think that it's always very easy to say this whenever you don't have to hold a mirror up to yourself, right? Is that like these are not actual, and what I mean by this is that these are not actually principled values that people have. Because a person that has a principled value would think that it has to apply to everybody.
Yes.
But they don't.
And we know there are some groups who just don't think that there are laws that actually should target them. Or the thinking that they actually outdo should target them. Only other people, but they don't.
They only think that it should apply to people they don't.
And there are more groups, there are a lot of people.
So it's not a principled opinion?
Like, I'm so I guess a bit of a cocky bastard right now, but for fuck's sake, like, honestly, everybody, or at least most of people, have that thought that, okay, if I break the law, then it's fine. I mean, it's the rule, okay, but I did it and I didn't follow it, but it's okay. But if you do it, yeah, you're effed, and that's just not how it should work. Like, come on.
It's something that's circumstantial based off of what their opinion is on the current situation. There's no principle to this at all, even though it's being paraded around as if it is a, universal principle.
Yeah.
Well, shit, different sense of caution between USSR and Japan. I don't know. I mean, it depends, right? You're actually contradicting yourself? How? Go ahead. How?
Socrates.
How am I contradicting myself? What have I said? Go ahead. Explain yourself. You said you don't care what Russian laws are and you shouldn't be jailed for weed, and then you're talking about universal standards.
What the fuck?
I'm not sure. What is what?
What the...
What are you trying to say? Saying you don't care what Russian laws are, you shouldn't be jailed for weed. Okay. I think he might be talking about what I said based off of a principle. Is that correct? Yeah, universal principles. Okay. So let me explain the difference and what they are. So have you ever broken a law? When Russians go to prison for weed, but American gets set free? I don't think they should be set free. I think they should be deported. Being set free isn't being deported.
Yep. Correct.
Their laws are their principles? No, they're not.
No.
So basically, a law is just simply a rule. Laws reflect principles in the same way that laws reflect morals and ethics, but they don't follow them exactly. No, they don't. That should be respected. If violated, foreign policy should be taken into account. Yeah, exactly. I will say you did contradict what you said earlier. You said you shouldn't be able to manufacture and distribute drugs because it gets people addicted, but you think people can make and distribute porn, which also gets people addicted too, same as sugar, fatty foods, etc.
Oh, come on, you're comparing something that makes you bodily dependent against something that makes you mentally dependent. And there's just so much wrong with it. Let's say it like this. If you're bodily dependent, your actual body definitively just takes a lot of more damage. If you're out of it, you cannot things. It also damages your psyche about it. If you're psychically dependent, that's something that's on you. Even if you don't have it, your body doesn't take any damage necessarily. But also the thing is, you can get psychically, like mentally, I'm sorry, not psychically, but mentally addicted to everything. To absolutely everything. I know a few people that are addicted to chewing their nails off. It's that simple. Like, or you can even get addicted to video games. Or TikTok shorts. Or video games. Or to my fantastic, nice voice. I hope you get addicted to that. But yeah, those are two entirely different things, I think. And I think that he just the guy that said it is just not thinking straight. He just wants a gotcha moment.
Okay, so this is going to be another ban. As I said, people
Yep.
you are allowed to make a gotcha, but it will cost you your entire account. I will permaban you for a gotcha. If you are going to say that sugar and fatty foods are as addictive or addictive in the same way that fentanyl is or heroin, you are oversimplifying what addiction is, and you are making it so commonplace that you could apply this standard to anything.
Yeah, that's also true. Yeah.
You could say this with anything.
Yes.
It's a ridiculous argument. Yeah, it's ad absurdum argument. Like everything is addictive.
Oh, an absurd argument.
Like what is this?
New.
Definitely not as addictive. Yes, caffeine. You think caffeine is as addictive as heroin? You're insane. People can be addicted. Also, porn is something that people get psychologically addicted to. People can be psychologically addicted to anything. You can make this argument about anything. If I got arrested for something I did, I'd accept it no matter how tiny the infraction. If it was warranted, I would accept it. If it was warranted.
If it was warranted, that's
so you
that's
add a qualifying statement because you know that what you're saying isn't really true and you're trying to protect what you're saying. If it was warranted. Well, what if you think it wasn't warranted? And this is, again, this is somebody I banned, but I just want to go ahead and show this is the mind of these people. I'll go ahead and unban them just so you guys can read it. Oh, never mind. Don't send back out of it. No, she talks shit about America while she's one of the luckier Americans out there. She deserved that shit. And that's, again, that's why this person is saying it. So it's actually not a principled opinion based off of the circumstance. It's something totally separate. Yeah, it's punitive. Yeah, it's not a principled opinion. She took an illegal substance to a country she wasn't from. It's their choice how to proceed. I'm not arguing whether they can do something. I'm arguing whether it is an ethical or a good thing to do it. In the same way that, like, there are countries that bomb other countries all of the time. Is this a good thing to do? No, it's not. Can they do it? Yes, they can.
Yes, they can.
Why do you ban an opinion? I just don't want stupid people in my chat. If I see somebody stupid in my chat, I just ban them. Somebody who's obnoxious or dumb, I just ban them and that's it.
Yeah, I started the same thing, by the way. Even if I don't get a lot of comments, but if that's a stupid comment, that's obnoxious, and that's on a gotcha moment, I ban those people. Yeah. And this guy has a few years longer. He does YouTube a few years more. The German, Polish, and English languages just mixed together. God damn it. Irrelevant. He's longer in the game than me. He knows how to stay halfway sane, so I think I did the right thing. based on his reaction to the, well, I banned those stupid shits.
Yeah. I don't really think them. I don't really think at all. Now equating bombs to weed. Well, it's an extreme example, but I think it's still the same concept, right? There are a lot of things that you can do, but just because you can do something doesn't necessarily mean it's the right thing to do. It would be different if weed was legal in the U.S., but she was breaking American law too. Yeah, and do you think it'd be fair? Like, I mean, I don't understand really why. If you're going to take something to a different country, you absolutely need to follow proper channels. If you're taking medical stuff, regardless of how legal or illegal it isn't. Yeah, and I think she should have been deported for it. Absolutely. Yeah, but no, you're not going to get me to agree that somebody should spend 10 years in jail for a weed pen. This is ridiculous. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous. She should absolutely be deported for it. 100%. It's such a stupid fucking thing.
Yeah, by the way, deported but not in jail. Just that's also the same thing.
Jesus, for some weed, man, bro. Like, and this is probably the same guy that's probably talking about how it's bad in America whenever people go to jail for smoking weed, but somehow this is okay, bro. It's probably just because he doesn't like her. Again, it's not a principled opinion. It's something that's circumstantial. They execute for weed in China just because it's the law doesn't make the punishment correct. True, absolutely.
Yeah. Correct, yeah.
You can get jailed in Japan for ADHD meds. They don't have med schedules like the U.S. I don't know what they do over there. All I'm saying is we kind of went off on a tangent about this. The point is that, look, if this guy gets sent to jail...
Yes, please.
It's a W. If he gets deported, it's a W. That's about all there is to it. I mean, he literally filmed the crime. I mean, it's pretty easy to figure out whether he did it or not. So, yeah, fuck him.
Yeah. Let's end it on this nice note. But yeah, as it is, I think there are just freaking a lot of differences in Dominican, how people think. But you should really always be open-minded for most of the things, except somebody does this maliciously like he did with his two viewers. Because, let's be honest, both of them just wanted to get him, I don't know, like a gotcha moment. It's like, I don't know, it just wasn't entirely... The logic behind it was questionable at best, but as it is, my acolytes, I hope you enjoyed it. Watch the video of Asmongold, although I don't have to tell you that the guy is, I think, way bigger than me. So, good night.